John here. Today's Tuesday, 23rd of December 2014. I just want to add on to what I was doing today with the Victoria State Government in Melbourne. So I rang Bruce Atkinson, the President of the Upper House, the Legislature Council. Now I left a message. Okay, I've left a message. Now I'm going to ring the Governor, Alex Churnov. Right? This is the Victoria State Government Gazette today, opening of Parliament of the 58th Parliament of Victoria State Government, straight to England. That's what they're trying to do, is put Victoria as their monarch, because they got no Queen. The Queen Elizabeth is fraud. It's connected to them in joinder as accessories to all her fraud, that we're linking her to them. Now that's the affidavit that went on to Facebook 2 days ago. Okay, so they've been notified on Facebook. If they haven't read it, that's their fault, because everything is there. And this is to Alex Churnov, the Governor of Australia, the letter there. Okay, the affidavit for him to refute, and it's dated on the 17th. Okay, 17th. That was sent to him on the 17th, so he's had plenty of time to see it on his Facebook site. Okay, that's an affidavit. This is crucial to tell him not to use Queen Victoria on his monarchy as authority to Westminster government in Britain, England, because they have no Queen as well. So he cannot jump over us, myself as the Queen, the King's William IV Surrogate King of England. So he cannot jump over us and take his title, because he said, oh, don't want a Queen anymore, Queen Elizabeth, oh, she's fraud. No, we don't want her. We want to just go back to where we were when we first started off in 1875 or 1868, when they first came from Devonport in England on King William's property under his Admiralty title to Melbourne, Australia, from Prime Minister Melbourne. Okay, and so they're trying to skip back and just say, oh, hush, we haven't seen any fraud. They're party to the fraud of Queen Victoria and Queen Elizabeth corrupted Queen Victoria's title, monarchy, when it was clean. And so she's dirtied it, and so as a result, everything under Queen Victoria now is null and void, as far as I'm concerned, as the Surrogate King of England. Okay, so I've claimed the vacant position that the Queen left behind when she went into the Brussels, into the European Union Parliament, and as the head of there, putting the pressure to try and shut down Westminster. So now everything she's done is connected in accessories to threats against Westminster to shut it down. So I wrote to David Cameron, Prime Minister of Britain, UK, to stop Australia from doing this in their Gazette notice, to make them swear their oath of office to Queen Victoria, because I'm saying no, not so, because she gets her authority from King William IV. Okay, and I've cut it off, because the Queen severed their sovereignty to the monarchy by cutting her bit of the monarchy off the line. So they jumped over her to go back in time when it's already been cleaned out, as they've gone on their own independent state in 1901. They've cut right off Britain, and they have to go through us if they want to get back into Westminster. The same way as Scotland is pulling out of Westminster, they have to go out as independent, then come back in again and ask to come back in. I happen to be English. Okay, Alex Churnov, I happen to be English Rogan, okay, to make decisions for King William of England. Okay, so that's what's it. So I'm going to ring up about this, and if they have legislated, if they have passed, if the lower house of Parliament and Christine Fife, or Elizabeth Fife, or what my name is. Anyway, if MS Part 5, the Speaker of the House, goes into the door, knocks 3 times, goes into the Parliament today at 9:30 and makes suggestions that they will use Queen Victoria to authenticate their documents, you get a bill on your head now of 970 million trillion pound notes in gold bullion, exactly the same as everybody else is going into that bill. We can start printing off against you levy debtors as criminal. Okay, criminal. You're creating a fraud, crime that I'm watching you do it. I got to catch you doing it. So let's see if you pass and get a royal assent to a queen who's not there. Okay, and you're royal assenting to a Queen Elizabeth before, and now all her skullduggery business that you've been collecting the King's royal revenue in your courts with the judges for Queen Elizabeth and yourself. You paid yourself and your cities and your councils out of the money that you've taken under her monarchy, fake monarchy. So everything you're doing is illegal. Okay, that's going right back to 2008, right back to 1952 when she became Queen of England. Okay, so I'm going to call now. I'm going to call Alex Churnov, Governor Alex Churnov's office, to tell them the email has gone through. Here you go. Now, let's see.
Good afternoon, the office of the Governor, Melanie speaking.
Yes, Melanie. Look, it's John Wanoa in Auckland, New Zealand here.
How are you?
Good, thank you. I believe you got your 58th Parliament going through today.
Yes, it's just opened this morning.
All right. So what time does it finish again?
I'm not sure. Would you like me to find out for you?
No. It's over there. I can go and read it. So I've emailed some documents to Governor Alex Churnov. Is that how you pronounce his name, Churnov?
That's correct.
Okay, I got it right. Thank goodness for that. Yeah, so if you can pass those on to him.
Yes, to what email address have you sent those?
I've sent it to his one. Oh, I can't see it now. It's gone off the screen. But it's to him at Government House or something like that, Governor.
Right.
And his name.
Very good.
Yeah, so it's gone there. So
Your
will he?
surname, sorry, can I get the spelling of your surname?
Yeah, it's John Kahaki, Kahaki.
Yes.
Wanoa is Wanoa. Wanoa.
Very good.
I'm just representing our people here, and but it's there anyway, the documents for him to read and to consider.
Very good.
All right?
Very good.
Thank you very much. When will he get it? Will he get it today?
I don't know. If it's got to his direct email address, it
Yes.
depends very much on his movements, I would think.
Oh, okay. Are you open tomorrow?
Yes, the office will be open.
Oh, that's all right. Well, it'll be another business day
It is a business day here in Victoria, yes.
on the 24th.
Yes.
I thought you might be knocking off early like these ones. In New Zealand. I'm in Auckland, New Zealand.
Not mind, but no, the office will be attended tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll be fine. That's all I wanted, Melanie. Thank you very much.
Very good, thank
All right.
you.
You have a nice day. Bye. There you go. I've just recorded the Secretary of the Office of the Governor of Victoria. People. Okay, so we have got a link now to let her know in the Governor's office that there's an email there for him to consider. That's all I wanted to do. So that's locked in today's dates. That's how I've been doing things in that fashion since before the Lisbon Treaty on the 2008. Gordon Brown, and Queen Elizabeth II then. So what in fact legally happens now is this. She has craftily constructed a 7-year lapse of time that her affidavits are unrefuted, becomes the law of the will, which happened to be from a date in September 2008, I think it is, to the 1st of November, when the Lisbon Treaty became legally enforceable. That's when they put the 43 conditions onto Westminster Parliament. So now they're locked from European Union Parliament as her running government in exile to England, Westminster, illegally, because she's not a queen. You see, this is where it's going to get you, all you corporates and all you Commonwealth of Australia, federal states of the world, America, Canada, New Zealand, is not a federal state. Australia and Britain, the old Britain is in the gun. Okay, so that's why Alex Salmon is pulling out from Scotland, pulling out, and England is staying right there. I'm going in as a surrogate King of England. In fact, the King of England. If anybody's got any documents as good as this, and anything as good as this, and a king to go with it, any flag, right, of authority, any seals to authenticate your documents, right? I don't think anyone has got any of those because they've been faking it all these years, 180 years in fact. They've been faking it here in New Zealand and using us as their central office of the Queen of England. And from Queen Victoria through. Now I just want to let you know that the Queen Victoria title is corrupted. If they go and use Queen Victoria, the Rothschilds have corrupted the family of Queen Victoria while she was married to Prince Albert. The Rothschilds were screwing her ass and popped out 9 kids that are the mafia now around the world, raking the money in and using King William. If anyone, this is a statement, if anyone is using King William IV's Admiralty court-martial jurisdiction while we are in contract with him with these documents, that contract, commercial levy, not lien, levy, they are levies, contract with King William in Gazette. It's gazetted as 1835. You'll see it on my Facebook. Gazetted 1835 flag of jurisdiction and constitution and Declaration of Independence state, and also a flag of war. It is a flag of war in times of threats against our business between a native, us, Moai natives, not Maori, Moai, Pacific natives, indigenous people, not Maori, and Westminster government, King William, ruling authority, the highest in the world, King's Bench and King's Royal Revenue, King's Order, King of the Sea, and Celebrate title. Okay, so I've claimed King William as soon as the Queen exited, right, in 2008. That's when I started claiming things that belong to King William. And the time has come that I'm calling myself a King of England to the state of Victoria, to New Zealand government, Governor General. No Queen. Who is he swearing to get his consent to royal assent to their documents in Parliament, in their Parliament? Who is authenticating their documents of Acts of Parliament? Tell me that, you people in Australia and New Zealand and Canada and America and Britain. Tell me, who do they get their authority from? Well, there's no Queen, she's a CEO, so she cannot legally abdicate her position as a monarch to another prince. End of it. End of it. It's illegal off the soil land of England too. She cannot, while she's in conflict, contradiction of jurisdictions of Admiralty law, right? Admiralty law and laws of God, L-O-R-E, Moai, truth, sovereign. She's in trouble operating her business, her private corporation business in Brussels with the European Union Parliament and Washington DC and City of London Corporation and Vatican City Corporation, Washington DC corporations, businesses, where she is at on that side with Australia, federal state government, Australia, Commonwealth of Australia government, and the state governments in Australia, including the state of Victoria, Melbourne government, is on that side. They've made all their money from her fraud. Okay, we've got King William over here, minus Queen Victoria over there, because they've used her authority and her Admiralty, Vice Admiral, and not a real Admiral over here with us. We have the real Admiral and the real native over here, just starting our business up this way, okay, as creditor in the King's Bench Court in Devonport, England, and Devonport, Auckland, New Zealand. Right? It was King William that put the Acts of Parliament together in Westminster in our time of 1830 to 1837, and the 1835 Declaration of Independence flag, sovereign seal in the middle of it, with us as his legal commercial trading bank partner. Okay? That's why we got the coins that belong to him. It's our property, inheritance. And his pound note, he had a pound note as our inheritance, and his name as our inheritance to him, and all that he put together for us. Okay? We've got our side of the story to tell now. So that's why I'm saying this governor, secretarial office, you heard it, you heard her say it, her office received our email. Now she'll go and check it to make sure he gets it, or it's gone straight into his email. Okay, so I'm just notifying the office so that it's visible on video that you've got a voice on the other end in that office that she said, the governor's office. Okay, so the email went straight to him, so I'll put that straight onto Facebook for my email later, because I'm going up to see these two owners of 161 Cook Street, 1/61 Cook Street property in a minute. Okay, so that's what I want to do with this video, just to let you know this letter, and the ones to my lawyer, Tai Choi. He's got the same affidavit by different words, okay, but it's sealed. Okay, it's sealed, and we've got the bank, the ANZ Bank's Julie Sewell. What's happened here, I'll tell you, is legal. That she is holding on to all the pound notes, including 1 trillion pound note, 1 single trillion pound note, 1 billion single pound note, 100 million pound note, 50 pound note, and a 1 pound note, and also 217 2.517 800 billion pound note against Cook Street. Okay, so that's the one he's locked himself to when he made a trust for 10 million out of it to pay himself, and also that's the bank, and also the lawyer. He got the pound notes in his office at the same time. So he's locked himself in contract with me by being the trustee of that 10 million, okay, to pay himself. So he's really bound the crown, their crown, to me. Now, up to Ewa Altea Limited, he's bound the crown to that, the crown meaning Buckingham Palace, private company, Her Majesty the Queen of Right in New Zealand, John Key's company in Wellington, that's running the country, Washington DC, her company, is bound to that, and including the state of Victoria and every other Commonwealth country is bound to me through this QC, Queen's Counsel lawyer. And I'm the King's Counsel, like a lawyer, but an advocate, legal advocate, better than he is. I can say that, better than he is, because why? He's listening to me. Why? Because I'm paying him in pound notes. He's going to legalise it. When he shifts that over to the bank, of NZ Bank, it becomes a legal note debtor instrument. Okay? So then, bang, in goes the big ones. And there, if your name is listed on one of these. Okay? And there, if anyone who tries to use and forge these, including Facebook, say they own everything, they can own these, but guess what? It says, if you tamper with these contracts, you'll wear the bill. They'll lose everything. They will lose everything. Just like what happened to Sanyo and the North Koreans and the Americans having a bun fight with the Sanyo mobile phones or something, and chucking off each other's throats. Okay, so I'm warning to all you people in the world who are watching. Some of them have been trying to use these documents. Do not, under any circumstance, tamper with the King's royal documents. Okay, I'm a surrogate king of England. Get used to it. Get used to it, because that's the way it's going to be. Everything I'm recovering in here, when we do one, this Cook Street title belongs to all the people who come and join Moai and King William. Okay, so that's all I want to say. I'm just glad I got the phone ringing on the other end instead of an answer phone. I've got a real person in the governor's office. Okay, so I can ring tomorrow because they're open. She said they're open, so I was going to try and get to talk to him tomorrow. Thank goodness for that. Okay, I'd better get on the way to Cook Street and see these guys. Okay, and take their one of these. Right? These are lethal. Commercial liens are lethal because it's you and me. My word against your word. If you cannot refute it, like they are, in 7 days, poof, they are in contract automatically because they cannot prove that they have the real title. Right? They have the real title. Now we will see the bunnies from the mean. Okay, that's all I want to say. Thank you very much, and to my crew, I hope you got confidence in me. I know there's in England who are waiting for me there and Jamie to get there. We're going to get there in January. We'll have this all over and done with in January 2015, and we'll be on our way. We're going to Devonport, and hopefully Alex Salmon and Nicola Sturgeon will come over to Devonport. We'll sit down, have a cup of tea, and we'll form it together. I will contact the Irish of my family, the Rogans and the Cosgroves there, on the political side, because they're the ones that construct politicians and parliaments, okay? So I'll bring them together there with Jeff Foley, HRS Jeff Foley in Australia. He'll go there from Wales, so that's the Wales side. I'm covering the English side of title to Westminster. And then Alex, he's got a majority of followers with his Scottish people and their independence. So that's coming from there. I'm coming from the Pacific. I'm coming from the Pacific, all the people out this way. Anybody, it doesn't matter who. In the world, it doesn't matter who. I'm there for everybody. So we're going there as the World Bank in Devonport, and we're going to pick up the printing machine to print the pound notes, the ones you see on Facebook. Those are them. Bang, that's that. And they'll come out like that because the King says so. When the King says so, it sticks. And it's not going to change because there's nobody to make a change. But we're going to set up a committee of Wales, England, Scotland and Ireland. Back. Take it back. Right where it was good before the Queen stuffed it up with the Rothschild. Okay? And the Vatican. Take them right out, boot them off the land, all the royal families out, into that. And we'll have a clean Britain. Okay? They can go and play it over in the EU Parliament with the Russians bearing down on them. The Russians, the Indians, India, Russia, China, North Korea, I don't know who else, but those are the four, and the Pacific with us, Moai, and Britain, the new Britain, UK, of those four countries, will be the next force of negotiations on trade. Okay, that's what I want to say. Today, it's looking nice outside, it's warm, it's hot, it's about 25 degrees, and rising, but nice chill in the air. So to all you people, thank you very much, and we'll watch you later. I'll let you know tomorrow on another video what happened with these boys on Cook Street. If they're not there today, I'll go tomorrow. I'm going till I get them in front of me. Okay? Thank you very much. Bye. And it's today, John Wanoa, Auckland, New Zealand.